Hello, Taurus. How are you today? This is Charlotte with Aroma Oracles, and I'm here to do your August reading 2024. So let's see. I'm going to start with one of these cards, and it'll make sense in the end. All right. Taurus, August 2024. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oops. We'll look at this at the end. It'll make sense then. Okay, Taurus, let's start with my wonderful Bliss Blend. Call in some guides. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Let me know where you're coming from. Put in the comments where you're coming from. I'd love to hear all about it. See where my subscribers are at, or whoever's checking out the video. All right, and this time we welcome all of Taurus's angels, spirits, guides, committee, and guardians to be present with us as we receive any messages that you feel that we need to hear at this time. For Taurus, I welcome all of my angels, spirits, guides, and guardians to be present as I have the privilege of being a conduit today for Taurus. Oh, thank you. It's wonderful. Okay, so August 2024. Let's see, what do we have in store for Taurus? Let's see, I'm going to break this up in all 4 weeks. This happened with Aries too. We want to see where Taurus is at right now. Wow. All right. Ooh, Taurus, shining through. That's pretty cool. That's where you are right now. Shining through. Okay, so week 1 for Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? Week 1. Angel, spirits, guides, messages for week 1, August 2024 for Taurus. Here we go. Week 2, please. Okay, straight out. Week 3. We'll go over them all together, obviously. Week 3 and week 4. All right. They're eager to speak to you. Okay, so for week 1, let me put this all in order here. Make some space on my little table here. All right, week 1. So this is where you are right now. Shining through. So it seems like you're going to have some breakthroughs going on, or you're working on some breakthroughs, or you're having some breakthroughs. Is where you are right now, you're shining through. And week 1, okay, so gestation period, winter's dream. And you also received quiet, meditation, and stillness. Deep, quiet, meditation, and stillness. So, for week 1, it seems like, okay, I'm going to go over them all. There's a lot of messages coming in right now. Let me organize this a little bit. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of messages that are kind of coming in. So I'm going to go through all the weeks and then we'll kind of see what is said. So we'll go over them all together. So week 1, you received deep quiet, meditation and stillness, and winter's dream, gestation period. Week 2, you received fortune's wheel, luck and timing. Yeah. Week 3, you received woodwives, adaptability. And week 4, you received gathering around the power of community. And you also received drifter, experience life as it comes, experiencing life as it comes. Okay, so this makes more sense now that I can see the lay of the land here. Okay, so it seems to me in the month of August 2024, you're going to be going through some breakthroughs here, Taurus. Gathering up some information. It seems like you've been doing a lot of work. You've been kind of getting all your ducks in a row. So now you're just like, okay, I'm ready to have mine. So starting to shine through. In week 1, it's like, hold your horses. Stay in those moments of deep quiet and meditation and stillness. Listen to your guides. That's where a lot of great information comes in, when we can quiet our minds, lower our cortisol levels, and just allow the messages to kind of come through. You're definitely in a gestation period, so some things are happening behind the scenes. In week 1 of August, some things are happening behind the scenes. Just hang tight. Things are still developing. And then week 3, luck and timing. So it feels like you'll probably receive some really great information going on in week 2. Week 3 is learning some adaptability. There's going to be some moving parts probably going on here, and it's going to take for you to remain very grounded and have that adaptable energy about yourself, and understanding not everything works out the way that we always think it is. So really kind of taking life as it comes to you, and really paying attention to all the breadcrumbs and the messages that are coming through to you, and just staying aware and focused. There's going to be like these pillars that are here. So Source knows what you're asking for sure. And things are coming forward, and they're going to, you know, like if you start veering off the whatever your desires are here, there's going to be little nudges like, hey, you know, these little boundaries. There's going to be little like, you don't want to go that far. Let's just kind of get back in here. You know, just pay attention to the breadcrumbs, and definitely hang out with the people that light you up. So the power of community. So maybe there's going to be some networking. I'm not sure if you're trying to create a new career or a new business. So the power around community and hanging out with folks that light you up. So let's throw some clarity cards. Let's see. Some clarity cards. Let's see what's kind of calling. I have like multiple decks here. Let's do the moon cards. So let's do a little, okay. I was going to say the first week. So the first week you have the gestation period and deep quiet. So any other messages around that? We had conclusions are within reach. So it feels like, you know, in that first week, you know, you've been doing all this work, and you've been kind of doing all your shadow work or your due diligence towards something, or whatever's kind of coming through, and you're like, okay, I'm ready. So it's like Source is telling you conclusions are within reach. Things are still gestating right here. Things are still going. You planted the seed. There's maybe some little sprouts coming out right now, but it's not quite ready to fruit. So just hang in there. Get in those moments of quiet, lower your cortisol levels, that sort of thing, because you are beginning to shine through. Things are starting to blossom. Things are starting to cultivate. So just have a little patience. I hate saying that because a lot of people are just like, okay, all right already. And usually, you know, like when you're about to blossom into something new, or some things are about to happen, it's like that's when we get the most impatient. Like when you've been working so hard, and you've been doing all these things, and you got all your ducks in a row, and you're right on the precipice, and that's when we get really patient, like, somebody please tell me something. So Source is telling you there's gestation period in here. Just simply get quiet, keep your I keep hearing that, like cortisol levels, like keep the stress down. Whatever you need to do, just keep the stress down, keep the anxieties down, those sort of things, because conclusions are definitely within reach. And in that second week, it looks like, you know, some things are going to come through, some luck and timing. So maybe you're going to meet someone that's going to launch something. Maybe a great happenstance is going to come along, something along those lines. Luck in the right timing. Yeah, hang in there. Know that the universe is always working in your favor. Always. Whoa, did you see that? Okay, wow. Time for healing. So what's coming in with this card for me, what I'm hearing is maybe there's some things that, maybe some physical healing, some emotional healing, maybe a little bit of shadow work, getting, we're in a time of like aggression doesn't really, like the no pain, no gain, like work hard for your money, like all that kind of, that whole philosophy is starting to wean away. You know, it's like, it's more about like, let's show up. Let's show up and understand what is happening on a more, what is the right words? Like understanding like things are happening more on a like a I don't want to say cosmic manifestations level. It's not, it doesn't have to be so woo-woo, but there's an energy in the world that's a little bit different. It's not as aggressive. We're not like, we don't have to strive so hard. We're co-creating with the creator, you know what I mean? And the more we awaken to that, and the more we notice all the happenstances that are coming our way and all the ones that are happening in front of us. I mean, miracles happen a million times a day. We simply need to recognize them and have gratitude and awaken to them. So in that time of healing is kind of like allowing the old paradigms to fall away so that new perspectives can come forward, that sort of thing. So a lot of times, you know, we have these perspectives that we agreed to a long time ago that are no longer serving us. So whatever it is that we can do to allow those to transcend, to move forward into what's coming into the future for us in the now, creates a better tomorrow. I hope that makes sense. Really just stepping into, it feels like the more that we become aware of all the breadcrumbs, that's really what it is. Our guides are always giving us breadcrumbs. Our angels are always sending us little messages and little light taps on our shoulders. So when we pay attention to those things, you start experiencing more synchronicities, you know, that sort of thing, and different opportunities come forward. So with this card in week number 2, Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. So it's really just simply paying attention so that time, so you're right there and noticing in that timing of the shift. So in week 3 is really getting that adaptability. So it feels to me, by looking at all these cards, it feels to me that there's going to be all these things that are happening, and then there's like this aha moment, and now the world is shifting, and you're like, woo, I need to start changing and adapting to this new lifestyle or new way of thinking or new perspectives, or just shifting in that and having that adaptability and remaining very grounded. So this is like a tree, you know, and remaining very grounded and planted firm while you're in that state of adaptability. Oh, and here's a little clarity. The end of a rough cycle approaches. That's really beautiful. So yeah, it really feels like there's this whole little cycle that's going on, you know, coming from shining through, like, okay, I see it, I'm awakening, to these conclusions are coming, and there's this gestation period, the seeds are planted, and I'm being quiet, and I'm waiting, and we're kind of going through like the winter cycle as it's about to blossom, and now there's a great time for healing. And as I'm healing and awakening to this new paradigm, I start noticing all these wonderful happenstances. So it's like the right timing, I'm aware of it, and I'm acknowledging it. So Taurus, it's really beautiful. So then in week 3, the ending of a rough cycle, so maybe things are kind of shifting, and it's really important for you to have that grounded energy so that you can adapt into what is coming forward. And then by week 4, by the end of the month, it's really like taking life as it comes, and you're kind of flowing, and things are good, your ship is sailing, and you're just floating through, and there's these wonderful like safety nets, these safety pillars that are there that are going to give you a gentle nudge, you know, like when things are kind of, when you start feeling a little challenged or you start falling off a little bit, there's these little taps on your shoulder like, hey, how about we go this way? And your higher source is starting to talk to you. And definitely hanging out with, you know, the folks that light you up, and the power of community and like-mindedness to help elevate you, and you elevate them as well, which is really amazing. So let's throw another card around week 4. You got a few cards here. They just came shooting out. Again, meditate and contemplate. So really paying attention. Does this resonate for me? Does this not resonate for me? really listening to your higher self. Fiery climax approaches. Yeah, some things are kind of coming in. I'm going to go through these cards first before I say anything. So fiery climax approaches, surrender to the divine, the energy of gaining momentum, and it's time to take action. Wow. Okay. So what's kind of coming in when I was pausing there for a second, you have Aries in here a couple times, Aries and Pisces. So it feels like, again, so taking life as it comes, as I said in the beginning, it's like sometimes things are actually everything is always working out in our favor, but it doesn't always look like we think it's going to look like. So really taking it as it comes and understanding the breadcrumbs and really tapping into your higher knowing, whether this resonates for you or not, hanging out with those that are lighting you up and staying in that higher vibration, that frequency of love, and open-heartedness. And it feels like it's going to be a time of like letting go of some, I'm feeling there's going to be some things that you need to let go of, whether it's a belief system, a paradigm, a partnership, a career, something. There's like a piece of like letting go, something that like a comfort that you've kind of had for a little bit, some sort of something that you've been used to. There's a little bit of a letting go. So like on here, it's like, again, get quiet, and it's going to keep those cortisol levels down. So if you can get quiet, you can really hear your higher self come forward so that you can think with a clear mind. The fiery climax, so it could be like a wonderful something that's coming along your way, like the business is going to happen or something along those lines, but it feels like you need to do some like housekeeping and letting go of something. So surrendering to the divine. So understanding that everything is in divine order. Everything is moving in your direction, and it's gaining momentum. So as it gains momentum, it also can create some anxiety. So make sure that you keep yourself very well grounded, having the ability to be adaptable in certain situations or in general, that sort of thing. But it's also time to take action. So it's really about allowing the new to kind of come in. So even though it may feel like you're letting go of some things, there's some really beautiful things that are coming in for you as you're letting go of those. And sometimes just like the letting go is simply a belief system. Sometimes we have these belief systems that live with us all our lives, and we're in a great time right now of change and momentum and expansion. And so as we're doing that, there's some feelings of uncomfortableness, so it can feel a little awkward. But those little moments are what helps us grow, helps us expand. Those times that we can feel, it takes us out of the mundane, takes us out of the repetitiveness or anything like that. We need to have those contrasts in order to expand. So all in all, I mean, it seems like, it really seems like there's some really great growth going on. You've been waiting a long time, and now in August, some things are going to really be shining through. There's some really great movement that's going on for you, Taurus. Yeah, it feels really great. It feels good. Let's see if there's any other messages that we have. Any other messages for Taurus for August? Angels, spirits, guides, and guardians. Any other messages? Okay, we've got a few cards here. Halls of Amenti initiation. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered. I feel like I have to sneeze, so I apologize. Initiations. So yeah, moving into awakening. It feels like you're awakening to some things that are inside of you that have been waiting to be revealed. and come forward and shine through. It really does feel like that. It feels like there's some great expansion happening for you, Taurus, in August. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. So yes, really like opening up and listening to your higher self. Can you see that? And then here's the whole picture. It's very beautiful. It's like Christ consciousness there. Awakening, opening the heart. Stellar gateway activation, infinite potential manifestation vortex. So what you've been working towards and what you've been hoping for, it seems like it's really starting to come forward. For sure. It's starting to come forward for you. It feels really light and beautiful and exciting and vibrant. The energy feels very, yeah, just vibrant. That's a great description there. Yeah, happy for you, Taurus. All right, I feel like there's something else. What else needs to be revealed for Taurus in August 2024? Let's just choose one of these crystal cards. Actually, I'm going to splay it out like this. And let's see, choose for Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus got black tourmaline. All right, so this is what black tourmaline looks like. And black tourmaline is an awesome protector stone that transmutes all negative energy. It is a great support against electromagnetic radiation and an amazing grounding crystal. Perfect for you this month or August. This is a very effective detoxifier for the body in all ways, including physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It is also a very impressive tool for ease in the body and mind in regards to relaxation and security. This one connects best with the base energy center. It aids in dyslexia, arthritis, and pain relief. A great affirmation you can say while hanging out with your black tourmaline is, I am secure and I stay. And some great essential oils that you could use is Ravensara, Angelica, Sage, and Myrrh. So I'm going to kind of put this up here so you can get a better view of that. Awesome. So black tourmaline. I love black tourmaline. It's a great stone. Alrighty, and so the card that we picked, oh, these guys want to come play. So these are open-ended. Whoa! Let's get this one that fell on the floor. Number 16, Midas touch. Oh my gosh, things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? Wow. So here's what it says. Here's the whole picture. Midas touch. Yeah, it seems like you've been working for a while now and your wishes are kind of coming true here in the month of August of 2024. That feels really great. So yeah, for some of you, it looks really amazing for you, for sure. Good for you. I don't know why. These are calling. So we're going to do these two. I have no idea. I just show up. All right. Last message, last affirmation for Taurus. We received Akashic lineage of God. My Akashic lineage is God. I see the divinity with me and others and know that all is well. That's a great affirmation for you. Yeah, man. Good stuff. All right. So the card that we picked in the very beginning usually sums up your whole reading in one word. And you got truth. Yes, truth. Truth for you, Taurus. Living in your truth. Living in your higher self. Allowing your heart to shine through. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Taurus. If you liked this reading, please like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends. I really do appreciate it. I love all your comments, so feel free to place any comments. I get to all of them. I love to see them. I love to read them. I love to comment back to them. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Charlotte and I'm with Aroma Oracles, and I hope that you have a beautiful and very blessed day. And I'll see you next time. Take care.